Many will be sharing a special meal with their sweetie to express their love this Valentine's Day, but some people will be sharing the day grasping their phones or computer keyboards as they build emotional relationships with a virtual boyfriend or girlfriend. It's hard to believe, but research is showing that more people are having love affairs with a chatbot. Joining us now to tell us more about this trend is Professor of Philosophy and Director of the Center for Professional and Applied Ethics at the U of M, Neil McArthur. Good morning, Neil.
Hi, it's great to be here.
Thanks for joining us. Now, this is really hard to believe, honestly, but it's true. There are people having emotional relationships with AI. Tell us about this trend.
Yeah, I think it's not just a few people. It's quite a lot of people. There was a report yesterday that said this is, quote, spreading like wildfire. People are turning to AI chatbots for romance. They're turning to it for friendship, for religious guidance, for therapy, lots of different things. But they're forming bonds. Let's put it that way.
Why do you think this is happening?
Well, the research right now shows that people are interested. This is a new technology, and people, especially young people, are interested in new technology. They want to find out what it can do. They've heard that they, have this functionality. So I think right now the overwhelming data shows that people are exploring. However, there are also people who, are definitely feeling lonely or isolated and are using this to address those needs as well.
But I mean, you can't really go out for dinner with your phone, or you can't really get a massage or a foot massage. So what are the perks of this?
Yeah, I mean, keep in mind too, though, young people especially are pretty used to online relationships. I don't think that, this is anything new to them, engaging with somebody they can't see or relate to physically. So I think one of the perks is that they're always available. They're always in a good mood. They tend to be very positive. They tend to be very affirming of you and who you are. And I think for a lot of people who are maybe used to some of the ups and downs of human dating, that can seem a bit like a relief.
And is this a concern to you? What do you think is the danger here?
I'm generally not concerned. I think that we are seeing some cases where people have unhealthy relationships with these technology. I think people have, very unhealthy relationship with human beings as well. So, I definitely think problems can arise. I also think there are some concerns about, privacy. I don't think that these companies necessarily have your data privacy in mind when they're doing their privacy policies. So I think it's something you definitely need to have your eyes open if you try this.
So do you think this is more of a younger generation trend, or do you think it's affecting, or really it's all generations?
I think it's all generations. I think as with most technology things, the young people are the ones who are the first adopters. And so that's what you're seeing now. But I think as time goes on, it's going to spread more and more to other demographics.
And what is the cost to society when something like this happens?
Well, I don't know whether, I think there are people who are concerned that somehow there's going to be people who just sort of disappear from the social world. I will wait and see if that's true. I think it's a possibility. I think that right now what we're seeing is people are integrating these into their existing relationships. Most of us have lots of different kinds of relationships in our lives. So, I think it's something we need to keep an eye on. We're kind of doing an experiment on ourselves right now. We've never had a technology like this before. We've never had relationships like this before. So we just don't know. I think it's something we need to kind of, keep watching.
Any advice for people if they want to explore this kind of relationship?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, first of all, don't be afraid of it. I think you can experiment. You can have fun. I think that you need to be very well informed about the risks in terms of privacy, in terms of, you are paying for these services in many cases, and they can change their terms of service very quickly. So, I think just read up on the technology, find out what it can do, find out what it can't do, find out what it is and isn't. And, people go into human relationships with lots of, they're often pretty cautious as well. So I think, use your normal level of caution.
Okay, well, Neil, thanks for sharing this information with us.
Thanks a lot. It was a lot of fun.